Don't be too straightforward. Straight trees are cut down first. Through today's story, you will learn some ways to protect yourself from being deceived. Emotionally weak people are often taken advantage of. We've all seen it around us. Those who are soft-hearted, compassionate, and emotionally sensitive often end up helping others but are betrayed in return. So, should a person not be emotional? Should they not trust others or help them? Is being compassionate and sensitive a sin or a mistake? It's often said that sensitive people are good-hearted. They help others, care for them, and love them. Love itself is a form of sensitivity and emotion. So, is loving someone wrong? And as you all know, love is a crucial step in spiritual practice. So, how can one live in society as a sensitive, compassionate, and kind person? A good person, without letting others take advantage of them, while still preserving their inner goodness, tenderness, and compassion. Once, a young boy was punching trees in the forest. He was hitting them with great force, trying to vent his anger. Perhaps someone had betrayed him, or something terrible had happened to him, leaving him deeply troubled. He couldn't find peace anywhere and kept punching the tree until his fingers were bleeding. In the same forest, there was a cool waterfall where a monk would come every evening to bathe. This was his daily routine. When the monk arrived that day, he saw the boy screaming, crying, and continuously punching the tree. No one was around, and the monk grew concerned. He thought, what if I leave him like this? What if he harms himself? Despite these thoughts, he said nothing and just kept watching the boy. The monk stood silently, not saying a word, just observing. At first, the boy ignored him, but after a while he felt uneasy. He thought, why is this man just standing there, watching me? He's not stopping me or saying anything. What does he want? After some time, the boy suddenly asked, why don't you just go on your way? Why are you standing here watching me? The monk calmly replied, I'm not stopping you or saying anything to you. So, why are you bothered by me? The trees, plants, and birds are also watching you. They don't bother you, so why should I? Hearing this, the boy shouted, I hate everyone. Everyone here is a traitor and a cheat. No one cares for anyone in this world. He broke down crying, and the monk continued to watch him silently. The boy found this even stranger. He stopped crying and stood up, saying, You're a strange man. Someone is crying, suffering, and troubled in front of you, and you don't even try to comfort them. You have no compassion. You're a strange and hard-hearted monk. You should feel ashamed of being a monk. He went on hurling insults at the monk. When the boy had vented all his frustration, the monk calmly said, Today, I could comfort you, wipe your tears, but that wouldn't solve your problem. You'd feel better for a moment, but then you'd return to the same life where no one is there to comfort you. People will betray you, take advantage of you, and you'll continue to hurt yourself. Instead of wiping your tears, you should seek wisdom from me so that no one can deceive you in life, and no one can take advantage of your goodness. Remember, many will wipe your tears, but only a few will give you wisdom and the right understanding. The monk told him, I'm going to bathe in the nearby waterfall. The water is very cool. If you want, you can come with me. It's better to bathe in the cool water than to be troubled here alone. It will purify your mind, body, and soul. Hearing this, the boy followed the monk. As they walked through the forest, the boy said, Your life seems so peaceful. You have no worries. You know how people are in this world, how deceitful and cunning they are. And the worst part is, it's our own people who betray us. When those we love and trust betray us, it feels terrible. Sometimes it feels like this world isn't made for kind and compassionate people. It's for the deceitful and cunning. They thrive here, live happily, while people like us, who help others and care for them, suffer all our lives. This is the truth of life, and this is the world where we have to suffer every day. You did the right thing by renouncing this life. Now you're free, with no worries or concerns. I also think about renouncing this world. The monk replied, Do you think a monk's life is easy? You at least get 2 meals a day peacefully. We sometimes don't even get that. If we receive alms, we eat. Otherwise, we go hungry. This is the life of a monk. We always sleep on the ground, wear only a loincloth no matter the weather. If this seems easy to you, then you too can become a monk. The boy said, "You're right. There's struggle on both sides, in worldly life and in monastic life. Worldly life is good as long as there's peace and happiness in the family, as long as no one betrays us, takes advantage of us, or lies to us. Otherwise, life becomes hell." The monk said, "Renunciation is taken from the heart. When our mind tells us that we must succeed on the path of renunciation, only then does monastic life succeed. But if you're becoming a monk because you're troubled by your family or others, your monastic life will never succeed. It's better to adopt some rules and methods in worldly life so that others can't deceive you." The monk's teachings. Don't show emotional weakness. People who are emotionally weak are more likely to be taken advantage of. If someone knows you're soft-hearted, they might manipulate you by pretending to be in trouble. So, even if you're sensitive and helpful inside, appear tough on the outside. If people think you're hard to influence, they'll leave you alone and look for easier targets. Don't trust too quickly. We often trust people too quickly, and this habit harms us. If you trust someone too soon, that trust can break easily, leading to betrayal. Take your time to understand someone's true nature before trusting them completely. Beware of flatterers. Some people are habitual flatterers. They'll praise you to win your heart, but their flattery is often a trap. If you're not influenced by their flattery, they'll eventually stop. So, avoid showing off, as it attracts people who want to take advantage of you. Help wisely. When helping someone, consider whether they'll be able to help you in the future. If you lend money, ensure the person has the means to repay you. If they can't, it will cause you pain. It's okay to give to beggars, but if you're helping someone who might not repay you, give only what you can afford to lose. Ignore people initially. In the beginning, ignore people. Those who are only interested in you for selfish reasons will leave when you ignore them. Those who genuinely care about your humanity will stay, even if you ignore them. This is how you identify true friends and family. Observe carefully. Even after all this, you might still be deceived. But if you keep your eyes, ears, and mind open, you'll be able to see through people's intentions. You can read their desires and nature in their eyes, voice, and behavior. Don't close your eyes to the truth. Investigate a person's background, their relationships, and how they treat others before trusting them. The monk and the boy reached the waterfall, bathed in its cool water, and felt refreshed. As they sat under a tree, the monk concluded, "Remember, before trusting anyone, understand them well. Take your time, investigate, and then trust." We hope you liked this video. For more motivational and inspiring videos, subscribe to our channel. We'll meet again with more motivational content.